Adriana from Phone Dog, and today I've got a little something different for you. Now, if you're one of these guys, or one of these guys, or one of these guys, today's video might not really be up your alley. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with, the whole metrosexual thing. In fact, I like a good manicure too, from time to time. Not that I've had one lately. But this one's a little bit different. If you're one of these guys, or one of these guys, or one of these guys, then I may have something here that you might be interested in. And that is the Casio G'zOne Brigade. Now, if you're familiar with the Casio G'zOne line of phones, you know that a lot of them were kind of meant for outdoorsmen, kind of like, into camping, hiking, fishing, surfing. You're going to have a solid phone on you that isn't going to be put out by some namby-pamby little kind of like rainstorm or something like that. Now, the Brigade is kind of similar in that it's also built to military specifications. But the big difference is they're actually kind of gearing this toward business users. And it comes with a pretty hefty price tag, $250. I know what you're thinking. Yeah, like I could pick up a couple of smartphones for that price. But can your smartphone last you in the middle of a tornado? You might want to think about that one. It's kind of funny. Noah likes to send me, I guess what he calls chick phones. And this is like the total opposite. Tips, hints, and shortcuts. Well, alrighty. Ooh, okay. There's the handset. This actually got a lot of flack for not being a particularly sexy phone. And you know what? Yeah, it's kind of chunky. But I'll say this, it's a pretty manly looking phone. I gotta say, it's for manly men. You've got, yep, there it is. Full QWERTY keyboard. It's the first Casio G'zOne phone to have that. Alright, more on this in a minute. Let's see what else is in the box. Okay. Looks like a cradle. Yep, there it is. It's a charging cradle. Okay, there's more good stuff under here, I think. Alright, yep, charger. Looks like, what we got on the end here? Oh yeah, okay, it's one of those proprietary deals. Nah, dudes, seriously, if there are any phone designers in the viewing audience, micro USB, please. Everybody's moving toward it. Let's see what else this thing, here, get out of there. On the left, you got a couple of hatches. First one is, oh, yep, it's for your charger. You've got a big red button. I think that is for the push-to-talk functionality. You've got a volume rocker and what looks like a dedicated music key. And another hatch. For, oh, okay, headphone jack. Looks like 2.5mm. Oh, too bad it's not a 3.5mm, but I guess it's better this than nothing. So yeah, apparently they take their music kind of seriously. I guess even, construction workers, demolition experts, all those guys, even they need to rock to their tunes sometimes. Got nothing on the other side here. And, okay, you've got 3.2 megapixel camera there. You've also got an LED flash. Now the thing about this phone is you can actually turn on the flash and just use this as a flashlight. Micro SD, yep, looks like it's under the battery cover, which has a lock and free switch. This thing kind of is reminiscent of like a dial from like one of those old, submarine movies or something. I kind of dig it, actually. It's got a front D-pad, dedicated messaging key, looks like camera, camcorder, contact button, and oh, that's for a little light bulb. I bet you that's for the flash or your flashlight. And a little speaker thing, that's probably for your speakerphone. You've got a pretty standard kind of dial pad here, and you've got your standard send end buttons, your clear, and a little microphone. That's probably for it's got text to speech feature. It's also got a place where you can record you've got a place where you can record voice notes. Ha! Now we got to the goods. The Casio G'zOne line of phones, among them, this is the Brigade is the only one that has a full QWERTY keyboard, and like I said, it's kind of geared toward business users. So, like, you know, messaging, all that stuff was going to be very important. So much so they have another dedicated messaging key up there. This thing's kind of flat. It would have been better with a little more doming or something, but you know, there's a decent amount of space between the keys. And it feels like a pretty good amount of travel. I mean, you can definitely tell when you've depressed it. Anyway, so I love the extra row of number keys. I don't like going into function menus and then having to call up a submenu just to put in numbers. So this is great. Like I said, I wish I had a little more doming. And, you know, this kind of grid pattern. Any device manufacturers out there, if you're watching this, staggered keys, please. And, oh, another D-pad. All right, so you got a D-pad inside the clamshell on your full QWERTY keyboard, and you've got one on the front. Let's turn this guy on. Okay, so, ooh, look at that. Kind of reminds me of those You Sunk My Battleship games. Kind of like it. You go into menus, and you've got mobile IM, messaging, recent calls, contacts, media center, my Verizon, VZ Navigator, email, and settings. Pretty standard. A lot of this is pretty standard across different Verizon phones. Let's give messaging a shot here. Hi, you coming? Oh, I'm already here. Okay. So the keypad actually feels okay, you know, not too shabby. It's again, I mean, you know, yeah, I've got fingernails, I'm using it, you know, but there's enough real estate per key that even dudes with big sausage fingers are going to be able to deal with this thing just fine. So that's pretty cool. Next thing, what would I be interested in? Probably push to talk. So let's slog through that, shall we? Okay, let's see. Let's hit the push to talk. No PTT contacts available. All right, so I guess you got to have them preloaded in the phone. All right, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go do that, and then I'll be right back. All right, so it looks like you just hit the big red button, and I've got a special guest star lined up for us. Who am I calling? Let's find out.
Thanks for calling John's Pizza. This is Rick. How can I help you?
Dude, you're just a chuckle a minute, aren't you, man? Just hanging here, checking out this, like, beastie of a phone. It's pretty cool.
It is. I don't know if you've seen the movie yet. I went to see G'zOne the other night, and the guy, Greg Kinnear's character, had this, like, Zach Morris-style phone in his hand, you know, for a rock combat situations, and I kind of feel that way with this phone. So I pulled it out of my pocket during the movie, and I was like, you know, I can kind of relate.
Okay, man, well, thanks for the test call. I'm going to sign off now. Chat you later.
Cool. See you later, phone talk. See you, Adriana.
That was Aaron Baker that I just pushed to talk. And he's going to be doing a full review on this thing. So what you had here was the unboxing and run through of a couple of the features, but he has a lot more in store for you. So if you want more information on this bad boy, then definitely stay tuned to Phone Dog. All right, this is Adriana signing off. You know what the biggest hype feature on this feature phone is? That's right, waterproofing. How would it handle a little splashy? Oh, I can't. Oh, what the heck. So how'd it do? There it is. The thing works. I mean, seriously, I actually dropped a cell phone in a puddle of water outside once, and it was toast. So this is actually pretty tremendous for me. Here's what you gotta know. These little hatches have to stay closed. Absolutely has to stay closed. Battery cover needs to be securely on. If you've got everything sealed up, you're good, man. You're good.